I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, D. Grant Smith. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
You're in Trinidad, right?
Yeah, I'm in Trinidad. Well, it's Trinidad and Tobago.
And Tobago, yes.
Yeah, I'm specifically on the island of Trinidad. Yes, you're correct.
Okay. Well, I'm sure it is beautiful in Trinidad and Tobago. It is cold and windy in West Texas, and so I am sitting next to my my wood-burning stove, and I am keeping warm, man.
Sweet. Well, hey, there is that email that I do have in draft, which is filled with Caribbean sunshine that I can send your way on the request, right?
Yeah, man. It's my dream to live on the beach. So yeah, you'd be helping me do some mental mapping. I would appreciate that.
Love it. Well, my friend, do tell us which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time.
Man, you know what? I'm a big believer in the power of intention, which is another word for God or the universe or however you care to. I call it almighty love, but I believe that the law of attraction works in bringing people that have similar mindsets and similar missions in life together. And so I'm not sure if it's a talent necessarily, but my heart for building relationships and connecting with other people and learning from them and then connecting other people together and providing opportunities for people to sync up together. I think that's what harmonized you and I together. I have a podcast. I have a radio show that's music focused and is syndicated across the U.S. I write books. I give speeches. I do a thing called growth farming, which I'm sure you're going to ask me a little bit about. But it's the relationship building side of things and helping other people build relationships that is my biggest passion and biggest interest. And I think that's what yours is too, man. So I think that the law of attraction brought us together.
Sweet. So tell us about the growth farmer and the growth farming that you do. I love that idea, the growth farmer.
Well, man, what I'm sure you can attest to this. One of the coolest things about having a podcast is you never know who you're going to have the opportunity to talk with. And I think that I don't remember the guy's name. There's somebody that you've really valued and connected with, and that led you to, I think, some of the stuff you've done with trying to talk to so many people in a 3-month span of time. But I had an opportunity to talk with one of my heroes, who is Seth Godin. He's a best-selling marketing expert. And in that conversation, I asked him a question about growth, and he painted this very beautiful picture about how real growth is about farming. It's not about hunting. And I took that statement to heart. And I meditated on it and thought about it and just was like, there's so much to this idea that the relationships we have are like seeds. And if we will focus our energy and our mental, our physical, our emotional energy on cultivating these seeds, watering them, nurturing them, and we can experience some really great fruit from that. And then the more we do it, the better we get at it, and the more we can grow and plant more crops and have more relationships and grow even more. So whether it's personal fulfillment or you're a creative entrepreneur and you're trying to grow your brand, or you're a business owner, any whatever you're doing, relationships are what makes you successful. And so I've made it my focus. And I've got this philosophy. It's about farming and cultivating those connections. And so that's what growth farming is all about.
Love it. Where's the best place for us to connect with what you do, D. Grant?
My website, dgrantsmith.com. You can hear my podcast, which is the DIY Artist Route. I also have a blog there, and I've got all my books and I'm starting to put my speaking and videos and stuff on my website. But
all right.
that's the best place to connect with me, man. I've got a weekly newsletter. I send a little. It's kind of a personal storytelling sort of thing, and I only send it to folks on my email list. Or at least they get first dibs on the things I'm working on, and they get first dibs on my stories and kind of some insights and things I'm learning. And so I would encourage your listeners would love to meet you and love to talk with you. And one of the best ways we can do that is to get on the growth farming email tribe.
Love it. Well, my friend, tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
3 years. Oh man. I host a syndicated radio show called the Appetizer. I'm a real like philosophical dude. So I believe that musically, our musical diet should be similar in a way to the diet that we feed our bodies. Most people don't eat the exact same meal every single day, all day long. And so in the same vein, it serves our emotional and psychological and I think entertainment sense to diversify the types of music we listen to and the people that we listen to. And so, yeah, I celebrate that and focus on albums. And so over the past, it's been going on for 14 years now.
Wow.
I've connected. Yeah, you said 3. I was like, well, I got to dig a little bit deeper than that. But yeah, so I've been doing it for 14 years. And my focus is on helping independent singer-songwriters, unsigned musicians, people that are not on a label, and some people that are. But people have great music that deserve to be heard. Like I showcase that stuff, and I connect music superfans with artists, and I help them tell their story to more people.
Amazing audience, you're hearing it live here from D. Grant Smith. D. Grant, definitely got to listen to some of the music on the Appetizer. Pretty amazing stuff there. I love the bar thing that was there to see where the music dropped, and then it was like a valley mountain type thing, which is the wave of the fire, right? Just seeing it, the graphic, it was pretty intriguing. Pretty amazing stuff going on there. But D. Grant, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded by beautiful warm blue Caribbean water. D. Grant, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Oh man, I like your metaphor too. I remember building a snowman when I was like 6 years old. I grew up in Alabama. Yeah, I remember building a snowman with my dad. It was April 1st, and I remember building the snowman, and my sister was not big enough to be able to go outside yet, and I think she had like a cold, and so my mom wouldn't let her go out. And so I remember looking at the front door and seeing my little sister like just really disappointed and wishing she could come outside. And I was probably a little punk that, I probably gave her a look like, yeah, you wish you could be me. Because I was mean when I was a kid sometimes, but that's my first childhood memory. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm. How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
Well, I really don't like people being left out, and I think like I do remember wishing that my sister could come outside. And I do, even though like every sibling relationship, you're kind of you rub it in their face a little bit sometimes, but like really they're your buddy. And my sister was always my buddy when we were kids, and she's still my buddy now. I think she's the absolute coolest person in the whole world. And so if I could do something fun and cool and get to do that with her and her be a part of it and us have fun together, man, that would be the best thing in the world.
Mm. Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Please, yeah.
It's fascinating to me that even though we would like what we think is best for someone to happen, sometimes it is best for them not to be where we are at.
What do you mean by that?
Well, your sister is in the house, right? And as much as you would have loved for her to come and experience what you were experiencing, what's actually happening is she had the cold, right? So it would not have actually been a good idea. But based on you experiencing fun, you would think that it would be best for her to experience fun. But sometimes the truth is there's a scenario that occurs that just isn't right for that person to be where you are at that time.
That's really good, man. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. If we fast forwarded to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
12. Oh, that was 1993. I think I was really, that was the height of the grunge movement. So I was probably listening to a lot of Pearl Jam and Nirvana. Now I couldn't tell you what my favorite song was.
All right.
But yeah, either of those guys, or probably a whole lot of Green Day. It was something in that realm I was listening to all the time.
Well, my friend, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there is a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, D. Grant?
Yeah, let's do it, buddy.
D. Grant, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes, everyone.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
Yes, I hesitated on the children question because I've got cats and they're kind of close to that.
Yeah, which they register too, right?
No, they don't. Thank goodness.
Do you believe in God?
Oh yeah, man. Without God, there is no life and there is no love. So yes, absolutely.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No, not at all.
How about not at all? All right.
No,
What
no,
about,
well,
okay,
I
not
watch,
at all 3 hours. Okay, how about 3 hours a week?
I watch Netflix on occasion.
Okay.
And
Is
that's
that like
about
the
it.
smart TV or on the computer?
I'll be honest with you, man. I spend most of my time working and developing different things, and so I might spend 2 or 3 hours, maybe 3 or 4, maybe 3 hours a week watching stuff online. But I don't watch TV. No.
Okay. So is the computer like 8 hours or less than 8?
Oh, a week?
Computer and phone, is it like less than 8 hours a day or more than 8 hours a day?
Most of the work I do is on the computer, so it's probably 8 hours a day or more. Yeah, I guess.
If you, D. Grant, had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents D. Grant Smith, what would you say that is?
What you plant in your heart and your mind is what your life is going to produce and what you're going to be known for. And so if you want peace and love and joy and happiness in your life, then make a concerted effort to plant that inside of you every single day.
D. Grant, this was a great pleasure, my friend. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Man, I'm very serious and sincere about relationship building and connecting with people. And so wherever you are and whoever you are, I want to hear from you and I want to talk to you and learn more about you, because just like Engel, I'm interested in you and interested in what I can learn from you. So let's have a conversation. Connect with me via my website. Once again, dgrantsmith.com. I look forward to hearing from you.
Love it, D. Grant Smith. Thank you, my friend, for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Well, thank you, man.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.